calculations, we can take a carriage north from Outpost and make connection with the train and be in San Francisco in less than 3 weeks. According to the train schedule.
I should think you'd find it rather difficult to read under these circumstances.
Oh, no, my dear, not a bit. I was blessed with very fine eyesight.
I wasn't speaking to you, dear. I was addressing the gentleman in the opposite seat.
Oh.
I'm sorry, were you speaking to me, ma'am?
I was wondering who you were, or if you were alive.
The name's Craig. Jack Craig.
I'm Mrs. Burke. This is Mr. Burke.
Well, I'm delighted. I'm sorry about my apparent rudeness, but you see, I was reading a very interesting article about a fire in a town I used to visit. A town called Barkerville.
Barkerville? Did I hear you say Barkerville?
Mr. Craig was telling me about a fire that took place there last Thursday.
Thursday? Well, that was the day we left, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Quite a coincidence, hmm? Would you care to read about it, Mr. Burke?
Oh, yes, thank you. Lawrence A. Barker, prominent businessman, came to his end last night in a raging inferno that destroyed his factory. The fire was first detected at 9 p.m. by a passerby who notified the fire department. Due to the highly combustible nature of the product, all efforts to rescue Mr. Barker proved to be in vain. Oh, it can't be. It just can't be. Mr. Barker can't be dead. Can't be.
I take it that you knew Mr. Barker fairly well.
Mr. Craig is talking to you, dear.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you mind repeating what you said?
I said I take it that you'd known Mr. Barker fairly well.
I worked for him for 30 years. He was a very kind man. A good friend.
You folks will have to get out. It's a little stream down the road a piece. Try to make yourselves comfortable as possible. I'm sorry, Miss Burke. I hope you're not hurt.
If I am, you can be sure I'll hold the company accountable.
Yes, ma'am. You all right, sir?
I'm fine, thanks.
What happens now?
Well, it's 10 miles from here to Halfway House. You can either try to walk that or wait here. Take your choice.
Thank you. I think I'll wait.
Well, what do we do?
You think you can stay on a bareback horse as far as Halfway House?
Would you like to make a little bet that I can't?
No, I don't think I will.
Oh, come on, Lou. Take a chance. You know how good I am at falling off horses.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you do it lots of times for free, but I don't trust you when there's cash involved.
Oh, I'm disappointed in you, Lou. Well, I always thought that you were a plunger.
I am on sure things. Now, come on, let's get the harness off this horse and get you started.
Oh, all right. That's an awful long bareback ride for nothing.
Get out of here.
I don't believe you mentioned your destination, Mr. Craig.
Well, I was on my way to San Francisco.
Oh, how fortunate. That's where we plan to settle. Perhaps we'll see you there.
Perhaps.
The fire was noticed at 9 o'clock. It's impossible.
Jethro,
Yes?
the driver mentioned something about a spring. I'm awfully thirsty. Would you find it?
Of course.
Thank you, dear. What happened?
I was just going to ask you the same question. The safe was empty.
Empty? But how?
I think it's called bankruptcy. Seems the $50,000 was just the old man's talk.
So you killed him.
I knocked him over. He knocked over the lantern.
Why did you come on the same stage?
Well, there's a murder warrant for you in Barkerville. And the San Francisco authorities are waiting on the other end. I wanted to get the $5,000 from Jethro before they got a chance at it.
But the San Francisco police, how would they know?
I telegraphed them.
Don't try to double-cross me. I can put that murder on you any time I want.
Yeah, you could, but you won't. Unless you want to hang alongside of me. You see, you're as guilty as I am. An accessory before the fact. And I still have the front door key you gave me. The locksmith, he's willing to remember who paid for the duplicate.
Just to make sure you don't stop on the way, I'm willing to bet $1 that you can't get back in under 3 hours.
Oh, you got yourself a bet.
Why did you do it?
For money. I thought it was a nice way to get rid of Jethro. You really don't think I'd double-cross you, do you?
I'm not too sure.
Exactly 3:23.
Boy, if Luke could only see you now.
What are you doing here?
We broke a wheel about a mile of St. Francis Pass. Luke sent me on to get a new one.
Got any passengers?
Yeah, Mr. Craig and Mr. and Mrs. Burke. Luke wanted me to bring you back to help, but it seems a shame to take you away from your baking.
You get out the bar and start hitching up that buckboard. You've been fighting this batch of dough since before noon. Not about to let it whip me now.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't forget, I can still tan your britches.
Aren't you ever gonna give that up, Pop?
Nope.
Between you and Luke, a guy just doesn't have a chance.
That's right.
What you two are forgetting is that someday I'm gonna grow up.
You keep on the way you're going, you're liable not to make it.
Where's Hannibal?
Well, the last time I saw him, he was chasing the bear cub. Feeling pretty feisty about it, too, and that bear headed for the woods. Don't worry, he'll be back. As soon as he runs up against Mama Bear. Get out the bar and get cooking on that buckboard.
Yes, sir.
Hold it.
Hi, again. Hold it right there.